How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Crafting Cars. We're gonna be making some new steering arms because as you can see, this one right here is all bent up, whereas that one's nice and straight. So we're gonna start off by popping off the wheels. And we gotta take off the tie rod ends, both sides. All right, so here's what I got so far. As you can see, you got the tie rods disconnected. Next up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some measurements, right? So these still look good. The actual knuckles, these still look good. So we're gonna keep these. I'm gonna measure from this round bit here, which is a piece of 1-inch round stock. That's gonna be important for later. So I'm gonna measure from here to the very end. I'm gonna measure from here to the bolt hole because that's gonna be important. So I got all my measurements written down and everything drawn out. Next step is going to be to transfer all of this over to the piece of mild steel that I have. I'm going to be drilling out the hole here using the step drill bit, and then just a cutoff to cut everything else off. And then I'm going to be drilling my 2 holes at the end for the tie rod ends on the go-kart side. Pick this puppy up so that I can fit these big wheels on here. Now I'm not going to be running a guard. Just when you're cutting it, make sure you're standing off to one side, eh? So I'll probably just cut this first. Just follow the line, cut her off, this will fall off, and then do the same thing on this guy. Right up to that 10-inch mark right there, and then that guy will fall off. And then it's going to be drilling the holes. Alrighty guys, so off camera, I just decided to drill out the holes. I went 1/2 inch down and then a 1/2 inch in, so they should be centered, both of them, on the end here. So now what I gotta do is I'm just gonna be slicing these off, and then I'm gonna weld it to the actual knuckle. I'm just gonna cut them off all the way at the back and then grind it flat. Same thing on this side. And I'm just gonna weld on my 2 new ones, and I've got to order new steering linkages anyways, because if you see that, see how it's up at like a 45, and this one's nice and flat. It's supposed to be flat, not bent like that. So this all needs to be replaced anyways. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lock, grind, and weld the new ones on. So I got everything all nice and ground off on both of the knuckles here. Nice and smooth, as you can see. So now what I'm gonna do, I bolted the new brackets onto the tie rods, and I straightened this one out as best as I could. And then same thing to this other side. And so when I hold these up here, they are nice and happy about an inch down to the top of this, which I marked right here. So now I'm going to get this steering straight like that, and then I'm just gonna mount this just like that. So as you can see, it lines up. And then I'm gonna tack this one in, and then I'm gonna come over to this side, do the same thing, measure an inch down, and tack this one in, matching the angle on this one, because we want to make sure that we have more than enough steering input from side to side. So that's what I'm gonna do. And there you have it. The new arms are on there. Allows for plenty of lock, left to right. You don't want too much, and they're level with each other, so that's good. I'm still gonna go and get new steering linkages here. That way I'm sure that this is all straight, and I can have a lot more adjustment in them back and forth. So, and that's where I'm gonna call it, guys. So these are all good to go. Or some new tie rods and stuff for this. Wheels should be here this week. That's exciting. And yeah, next we just gotta clear up the stuff that we don't need, like this bar here. Same thing on the other side. And I gotta order some more tube stock so we can start adding some rigidity to the frame throughout, making her a lot more stiff and rigid, because the frame on this puppy is definitely tweaked. So, but yeah, it looks so cool with that axle on there. So happy with how that turned out. So that's really good. And steering's almost done. So yeah, I hope you guys liked what you saw. I know it wasn't a very interesting or exciting video, fast paced or anything like that, but needed to get done, and now we can get back to all the other fun stuff. So you gotta be able to steer, right? If you guys liked what you saw, leave a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.